You're watching crypto explode and AI reshape everything. But if you're not learning or positioning right now, you're already behind. Every day you wait is missed profit, missed knowledge, missed freedom. Skyton Academy gives you everything. Crypto mastery, AI breakdowns, expert-led calls, and wealth building tools, all for just $1 your first month. This isn't luck, it's education, and it starts today. Use promo code 49OFFYT at checkout at SkytonAcademy.com. I got you. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your August 12th members only live call. I'm Champ Bobbitt. This is Esteban, aka Steve Bayonne. We're here, man. Yo, Steve.
What's up?
Before you unleash, bro, take a deep breath and then let him have it.
Oh, no. All right, listen, guys. Understand this. So today, my family actually left to go back to the States. It took everything out of me not to fly back with them today. I was ready to go. So they had a layover for 6 hours in Bogota. And I just decided, I said, you know what, let me just fly with them on the same flight. And I'll stay a couple extra days to see some vendors, custom furniture, things like that. And just get to know Bogota as a city. It being the capital of Colombia, it only makes sense to know the lay of the land here. A lot of money moves here. It's the closest I felt to home, even with my kids. My kids were ready to go, man. They was just over it. They like, we want American food, and I get it. But the infrastructure here is pretty solid. It's a city. 9 million people, bigger than New York City.
Wow.
Yeah. If anybody knows the president, the guy running for president, he's right wing. There's a left wing president now that nobody really cares for. Left being more socialist, Joe Biden, that type of left. I wouldn't say all the way right, but he was a young guy. He was in his 30s. He just was on the campaign trail, and they said he was going to win. And he got assassinated. He actually died today. He got shot a few days ago.
Wow.
Yeah, on the campaign trail. So when you invest in countries, you invest in their political system, right? You come to America, you got to deal with what is happening in America: prices, inflation. It affects everybody, whether you're new to the country or old. So same situation here. So when I'm looking at the political climate and speaking to people, it just seems like the power shift and structure is happening in every country, right? The deep corruption in politics happens in every country. So the sad part to the story about this guy that I didn't know much about, I found out today that his mother was also a politician and a journalist, right? So she got assassinated when he was 4 years old behind politics. He got assassinated when his son is currently 4 years old behind politics. The irony in that fucked me up today. Yeah, so you just got to kind of see how things play out. I'm understanding the current regime and what they did and what they didn't do. I'm also affected by it because the visa process is like every year you're paying a fee to them, so they kind of made it not as business friendly. And anytime there's a shift in presidency and cabinets, a lot of things are just on ice. So we pretty much have to come in under the visa program now because we don't know what it's going to be like come next year with whoever the president is going to be. So yeah, man, it's just a lot to fucking navigate, man. I'll be honest with you. There's some days where I'm like, yo, what am I doing?
That's wild.
Yeah, like, what am I doing out here? The inability to communicate fast and effectively is outrageous. It adds time to an inefficient system and a process that they don't have out here. The money moves so slow. I've never had to pull out so much cash from the ATM machine. some cards don't work. The infrastructure is not here fully everywhere. I lost my debit card inside of I left it in the machine the other day. This is the second time I did that. The first time a guy tapped me and was like, "You forgot it." The second time, it just was gone. They didn't even leave it in the store. I knew where I left it. But
Yeah.
pulling out ATM transactions. So think about it. I've never had to go to the ATM in America in maybe over a decade, right? So when you go to ATM machine in America, maybe not over a decade, but it's far and wide, maybe once or twice in 10 years, right? I could remember when you go to ATM machine in America, you put your card in, it gives you the card right back
Yep.
after you do your credentials for the obvious reason. They take the card and they eat the card like through the whole transaction. So if you don't forget, there's not even no signals or nothing. So what I'm more concerned about is the rate of exchange in Colombia. You're paying over 10, 11% every time I exchange money. So
Wow.
between the ATM fee and then the conversion rate fee. So I'm learning so much about how money moves internationally, how the dollar is tied to the Colombian peso, how much volatility is in this money. Like we're just creating a stable coin bill in America, and I've put myself back in the twilight zone. That crypto is deemed inefficient out here. I could have a gazillion dollars in crypto, it wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you're early in the game.
Oh my God. I don't even see how these people are going to catch up with it. Put it that way.
Wow.
It is cash heavy. It is, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a whole segment on this, just giving you my first 30 days in Colombia, but it is astronomical. So let's get to the regularly scheduled program. So what I was saying before Champ started recording was the fact that there's 133 people on this call. I'm looking at the new memberships and I'm like, the only ask I had of y'all was bring one person in, 4 quarters. Like if I can give y'all the money, I would. And I'm not saying it for us to get the money. I'm saying it for us to grow what we have going on here, right? We need a few more bodies in here. This is the start of what we would say is the greatest wealth transfer. So you have 2 wealth transfers happening right now. You have the boomers that are transferring the wealth to, if you're lucky enough and you got some parents who got some shit laying down and when they die, you're going to be good. That's the first wealth transfer. That's where a majority of the wealth in America is locked up with these boomers, right? And then you have the wealth transfer that nobody's talking about. It's a matter of understanding emerging tech. So whether you're going to be on the AI side, investing early in infrastructure, whether you're going to be building something that could be of use, right? We've talked about that extensively. We just wrapped up our builder circle situation. Whether you're going to be invested in cryptocurrency, in infrastructure, phase 1, phase 2, mass adoption projects, this thing could take you all the way to beyond 2030, right? With the amount of companies that are going to be integrated into our everyday lives. The part that you guys, I don't think you've really grasping so much is you can make wealth in crypto by being a retail investor. That's cool, right? Then you could actually utilize the technology to make money, whether it be through DeFi, whether it be through running nodes. I mean, you name it. There's so much on the horizon for the deep in, which we're going to get started again on that. Whoever was part of that first group, we're bringing them back in again. Just looking at the entire landscape now. So we have to move into, well, we're already in implementation phase, right? So you guys, your job now is to understand the basics and the foundation. And then now we're just moving a little further into running and operating, like understanding what nodes are, understanding what tokenization is, and then getting involved in projects that are already doing it. So similar to Formless, which we bought to you a couple months ago, where you could monetize content, starting to move off of social media and moving on to decentralized world. So that means our emails, the way we communicate, even in video, moving to decentralized platforms. So as leaders in the industry, we have to be the first to introduce you guys to, or just the first to kind of introduce the culture to what the alternatives are.
Yeah.
Right. The hardest part is there's nobody at the table right now. Like it's not like there's millions of users. Some of them do have great user base, but if your friends and your family aren't on there, then you might not find the value in it. But what I would tell you guys to do is let's just all sign up as we give you the projects, and let's just interact with decentralized music. Let's interact with decentralized science. Let's interact with decentralized um, internet. I mean, you name it. There's going to be a slew of these things. So we want to make sure that you guys are positioned correctly. We're going to start looking at decentralized advertising. We're in the first position right now, right?
Yeah.
Meaning we can get involved in these projects before the masses come. It may not be as rewarding in the beginning, but if we can stay down long enough and wait for the train to come, then the possibilities are endless. I think this is what's going to create the new middle class, which we did a talk on that where I talked about the middle class isn't dead. The old one is. The new one just hasn't really been received yet. And I don't think they're going to advertise it like that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, that's the phase we're headed into. So we're going to start that in August. But before we do that, I ran it by Champ, and we talked about this too. The cold storage wallet thing keeps coming up, and as opposed to us just taking money from every single body that wants a one-on-one, we're just going to create a course.
Yep.
We're going to show you guys the different wallets. We're going to choose the top wallets. We're going to choose the top exchanges. And then we're going to go over the premise of buying, moving, storing, and then the reverse of it. If you wanted to then reverse it back to the exchange to then sell it, or a DeFi protocol. You just need to know how to move crypto. That's it. Once you understand the premise between receiving, wallet address, sending, it's all sending and receiving, guys. It's just it's the basics. But I get the fear in the unknown, so we're just going to put out a course. It's going to be live, and then after that, it'll be available for uh at your own pace.
Yep.
Right. I just refuse to do a one-on-one for cold storage wallets, and I've been offered like some decent amount of money for something that's really simple. I kind of wanted you guys to like get your own bearings with it. Here's the issue that I have. When we hold hands too much, then you kind of become dependent on us. And I don't really have nipples for that. Right. And I'm saying that in a good way because the learning curve is different for a lot of people. And I've had people 60 and even 70 plus come to Champ and I and thank us afterwards and say, you know what? I was a little bit upset that you turned down the offer to help because of my learning curve, but they said it was the best thing that they did for themselves. Right. I don't want age or lack of information and things like that for like stop with the nonsense, right? Because we're just telling ourselves a story. Because the wild part about it, Champ, is the people we spoke to never cracked it open. It sat on their desk for months. They never even read the instructions. So what is
Yep.
it that you want me to do as a crypto educator, guys? There might be a guy out there for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to make sure that you guys are empowered because the guys out there for that have also been the guys where there's students right now in the class that told us, oh, I don't know where my XRP is. This particular person bought it for me and I just kind of never knew where it went. This shit is gone. Like this is the type of stuff that people are coming to us with. I'm telling you guys, everybody's out here to try to take advantage of you, especially in an emerging space because you can't tell who knows what if you don't even have a start point to know what to even put it up against. That's why I urge everybody to go out there, find another crypto educator, find another group with a community, put them against each other, right? It's the only true way that you can honestly, be led properly is by looking at various situations, unless you think you found a home with us and, we've been delivering on everything we've been saying for 3.5 years. Then I'm cool with that too. But what I don't want is I don't want the codependency because when this thing starts to move fast, we're not going to be around to play catch up with you guys. And I don't want you to feel like that's what the exchange was because it really wasn't. We priced it to a point where we made it super affordable, right? You're just understanding what the future is, how to invest properly. And we're at the precipice come November, this whole thing flips. After infrastructure project phase 1, I no longer want to go back to crypto 101 again. Like, I'm not even letting Champ do that. It's just going to be there. It's going to live. And then for those who are moving to the next implementation, let's just keep moving. Because if we have to hold this ship up while that technology is not waiting for anybody, then there's no way that we're going to keep being emerging and staying at the cutting edge of everything that's new. All right. So if you're a little bit behind, I get it. I'm not dropping the ball on you. I'm just saying that, yeah, we've been in it for 10 years. Right. So at any point, everyone could have got involved in crypto. The latest group I'm realizing right now is the fear of missing out. This is why we made that number 1 on the opening act to the 9 parts. I don't want people feeling like it's too late. You're looking at the Bitcoin price and you're thinking like that's the industry. Is not. Right? 118,000. Yes, it sounds a little crazy. It's outrageous, but that's not cryptocurrency.
No.
Just be kind to yourself and don't worry about what price point you got into. Just be lucky that you got into it. So for me, it's not about the investing in crypto. It's the knowledge that I'm gaining to help me secure just more for my family in the future, especially my kids, knowing that they won't have a workforce. So then what is it that we're going to give them? Right. Yeah, Champ, we got a lot of work on this next phase, right? But I think before we do that, I think the cold storage wallet is like the last thorn that I hear from a lot of newbies.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I was in the same predicament as you guys. I'm a jump out the window type of person. So when I first did my first cold storage transaction, I told you the ETH story. It was I shut the computer off. I came back the next day. It had 17 hours maybe. I had no clue what was happening. I could see it on the ledger, right? It was just super slow back in the day. It's gotten a lot better now, guys. Like literally, I've just transacted with them. We just moved some stuff around. Even the ETH stuff is like pretty fast. So I could empathize a little bit with the fear, but you have to ask yourself, guys, just leave it on the exchange. If you don't want to go that route, you don't have to. You can for sure leave it on the exchange. I've left stuff on Coinbase and even Uphold. I've told you guys this before, and Champ also. Just so all my eggs aren't in one basket. Like, let me just see this. I've had guys who've had ETH and Bitcoin on guys who taught me for 10, like they never went to cold storage and they never got hacked. But there's also been some people that's lost some stuff too. And I don't think the hacks are really coming from the exchange per se. I think there's a lot that's happening on our end, whether our computers are secure, whether our cell phones are secure, whether we answered a phone call, whether we sent information off to somebody that we shouldn't. I think a lot of that's happening. But don't get caught out there on them exchanges either.
100%.
Right? Because when you read the terms and conditions, there is no protection from it. We're entering the phase where I think by this year, we'll probably start to have some insurance, right? Once the banks start to custody crypto, which would be the normal Bitcoin and ETH, and it's happening already. I just don't know if it's going to fall under FDIC insurance because, all of us know that thing is kind of bullshit and they're not really paying out the way that they say they are.
Facts.
So, we got to kind of watch that. So August is going to be cold storage. And then September is going to take us into just that next phase of digital sovereignty. That's what we're running with moving forward. So until you finish the 9-part situation to get a good grasp on what this is, I would say stay out of the digital sovereignty situation because all it's going to do is just going to backlog you and make you feel like you're even more behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Digital sovereignty is we need a digital constitution. You have to understand money's changing. Everything's going into the tech hands. Things aren't bypassing the judicial system, right? They're gutting that from the inside out. It's technocrats now. So it's like you're investing in private companies that can do whatever they want with you. There's laws on the books to say you can't touch these AI laws for the next 10 years. Like I'm seeing what Trump and them are doing. It's pretty genius, for somebody that could understand it. There's wealth in how they're creating this stuff, right? There's also destruction in some other ways, but when you're only paying attention to the wealth building part of it, yeah, I don't know how much they're gonna like squeeze the hell out of us any more than they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do have money and you have access, you could kind of sidestep a lot of money. It gets you off of everything in America, right? Um, yeah, it's my family left today, so I'm a little like
A little heavy. Yeah, man. I know that joint is lonely as hell over there, man.
it wouldn't even be so bad if you could just wheel off some English.
Word.
Just like meeting somebody and just having a conversation without like a fucking phone. Like somebody could just get you.
Damn.
That's the part they don't talk about.
Damn, that's wild. That's wild just thinking about that. That's real, bro. That's a luxury that everybody like overlooks every single day. We could talk to each other and everybody just understands one another with no problems. You in a whole nother nation, got to navigate on their terms, and then you still have to use technology to leverage and be able to speak to somebody so they can halfway understand you. That's wild.
We taking this language thing for granted, man. And I needed this. I needed to slow down. I needed to like find my words, right? I needed to just hear people out more. This shit rough.
Yeah, big facts.
When they hear I'm good, but shit, that shit rough. And then to think that you got a judicial system that could just pull you away from your house, man, on a technicality or a mistake. I'm done playing with life, man. That shit is fragile. Like I'm done fucking around with it like that. I'm taking inventory of all the shit I take for granted, man. Even just the like, even my wife, she's just like, yo, I didn't even realize how much space you take up in the house. Cause it's just every day.
Mhm. Yep.
This ain't it. This part ain't it.
Yeah. Shit is whack.
The worst,
Hmm.
you know. But I'm grateful, for everything else that's gonna come of it, right? Um, I do know this the second visa is gonna be a plus in the next year or two. Like people are gonna be begging to like have options. Um, I do know the skill set that I have in emerging countries is definitely a plus. Um, the ideas are on paper. I got a ton of them. Uh, but I mean, damn, the price of family is just like you can't even put a tag on it. I don't care how much money I can make out here.
Nah, you can't. You can't. Listen, that's the biggest thing. Like, I'll put it like
I
this.
don't know how you did it, man, in Afghan. Like, I'm like, what?
That's what I'm about to say. I'll put it like this. When so you guys, we got a lot of people that's new here, right? I'm not gonna go down the whole gamut, right? But when we had a phone conversation, right? One of our mutual friends put us together. He said, y'all two are giants. Y'all need to connect. Y'all have to collaborate. I'm like, cool. We get on the line, 5 minutes in. I knew for sure. One, I would create something with Steve. Two, I knew he knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about. And three, I could tell he was a genuine person, right? I could tell his knack for business. I could see his acumen. He had a vision for things. I'm like, no brainer, right? Then the decision came, do I go back overseas, right? This is what I've known since 2009, right? Rapid deployments, back to back, every single year, being gone 9, 10 months, sometimes 11 months out the year. My family was here the whole entire time. So when Steve is carrying that weight of him not being with his family that he's with every single day, it's like a void. It's like a piece of you is actually missing. So the heaviness that he's wearing right now, I can't speak for him, but I know it firsthand. There's a void that's unexplainable that nothing can fix but the family. It's like literally the missing piece to your puzzle. And that's one thing that I can say with you being over there. Communication has been better, right? I could tell your disposition in self is sharper, right? Your mind is sharper, but there's still a void. That void is your spark. That's your family. You know what I mean? So when I see the pictures with y'all together, I feel the joy that comes off the photo, right? When you share it on Instagram or you send it to me, like I feel that because I see that's the piece that's missing. And it's whack as hell to be somewhere else and have that piece of self be missing in essence. And you still got to keep going. You still got to keep building. Still have to keep connecting. Business don't stop. Me and Steve are still on. He's in a whole nother country. We still rock every day. We still got stuff to do. We still got things on the agenda to knock out. And then he still is doing things over there for Luminara by himself. I can't even physically be there to be like, yo, I got this. Go handle that part. I got this part. It's wild, bro. So it's like I 100% tip my hat to you. Cause that shit is not easy. And the stuff you're doing right now is next level. But what I will say is, here's the part that most people leave out. We as men, we don't do the whole feelings, the whole emotion thing, right? But when you said you had to slow down, it made me think about one thing: silver lining. This is your commodity in all of this. You're building something right now, regardless of my help, regardless of anybody else's help. Right now, you're building something right now that's greater than self, that's not for you, and is going to outlast you. So, one of those, bro. One of those, bro. Don't let that shit get too heavy. Keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like this is what we tell all the battles, man. You know what I mean? Chest out, chill low, keep trucking. Got this shit. That's it, bro.
Appreciate that.
You're doing amazing work, bro. And so you just need to hear that. Whether it matters or not, you need to hear it. That's part of your fire. You need your flowers. You need them. Cause we got
Appreciate
bad work to do right now. And that shit getting done, bro. It's two of us, man. That's it. Working like an army.
Mm.
Shit is real, bro. Yo, y'all do me a favor. Y'all do me a favor. Cause I know it's a lot of y'all that's been here. Everybody in this chat right now, no fluff. Right now, just in the chat, give him his flowers. Let him feel that for a second. Steve, you check that out as that shit come through. Just give Steve his flowers. That's what this is about. That's what Skyton's about. Community. Same way we pour, they pour back. Now we ain't pouring from empty glasses.
That's dope.
Well deserved, bro. Well deserved.
Man. Yeah, so if for those of you who don't know, part of the emotions really is the knowing that my father immigrated to America. right? And still, I don't even know the real story. He never shared. I never asked the right questions. Um, what it was like to leave Haiti to come to the States, Canada first, and then eventually getting to the States. So I knew none of the intricate details that could help me now. And if you've been rocking with me long enough, you know that my father has Parkinson's and dementia. So there's no getting that story out of him at this point. So that was the part where my wife got connected, at the time where I kind of knew I wanted to get out and just set up some other things. And she was just like, you're just a 2.0 version of him. Really, history repeating itself. But damn, a little bit of that roadmap, man.
Word.
Because I was joking with my wife and the kids, and it's like, you see all this expat shit online, and it's, hi, I'm an influencer, Colombian water, day two, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck it, like, there's no way.
That's it. That ain't it.
Hi, welcome to Santa Marta. I'm like, what? What? And I'm just saying, no digging nobody I know personally. I'm just saying, like, when you hear the expat life shit, like, they just make it. I had breakfast for $2, and I'm like, listen, I just want my fucking family right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anybody say anything about that.
Yep.
Hi, like, what? Who did you leave behind? And listen, there's great parts to it, but when they say home is where the heart is, it didn't really matter where we were sleeping as long as the unit was together. I guess y'all would do for the night then. What we doing? My second family here. Now you guys are
Word.
definitely. If I have y'all, my goodness, I would be on Google Translate right now.
Word,
I
bro.
actually use the meta glasses too. So if anybody has the meta glasses, they translate um in the ear, and it's just a pretty good system of the way it's giving it to me as they're speaking. So that's a good little product. It's been helping out a little bit. But there still is like there's some nuances, and especially being like African American and just being dialed in, like we all got these looks. We could just kind of look at each other. We kind of know, like,
Yep. That unspoken communication.
right, like I can't do none of that out here.
They don't get it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just because we don't have the other people on the other side that we looking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I miss that part of America.
Yeah.
That must be the old slave quiet talk. Like you just had to like they tripping.
Word. Nah, man. That's yo, and that's divine, bro. That's like a soul connection type thing, like that be going on with amongst us. It's like it don't matter who it is. You don't have to know the person. You could just look and be like, you just get it. You understand. It's
Right.
unspoken. That's just a divine communication going on.
Yeah. So I'm convinced that I won't do any Asian countries. I won't.
Yeah.
I could do this culture here. That I won't do.
Yeah. Does that stem from the time you went over there, or you just like you seeing the experience and you're like, I wouldn't opt for that.
There's just some cultures that are just too old of a regime, right? And then my wife being half Korean too, so we know the nuances of some of the stuff that comes out that way. And there's just a wild time difference too. So I don't care to be 14 hours outside of the time zone that I'm accustomed to. But I just couldn't see even my wife being half Asian. She's like, I couldn't do an all Asian country.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Here, there's like the music, there's the energy of the people. I could relate to the family part. That was another thing our kids picked up a lot on. The kids, she was like, "Oh, there's no kids are using cell phones." Right,
Wow.
right. Families at dinner, 8, 9, 10 o'clock with younger children. Like these kids, they grow up having to like just sleep at a restaurant because no one's not having to party just because you want to go to bed.
Right.
And then what I'm more impressed about in Colombia is the generations that would sit at the table because it's just not the nuclear family. It's grandma, grandpa, it might be an uncle or aunt. everything is like big, and everything is just all laughs. So to be around that cultural type of energy and experience is always good to see.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's too many oh, that's my baby mother, or I got the kid today, or it's like it blends a little bit here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so there's some upsides, man, but they just left, so that's why I'm like caught up like this. You know,
Rightfully so, though.
yeah, bullshit. But yeah, they wanted to get back to the States and getting their activities. Just I get it. It's a little rough when you're younger. So with that said, if anybody in the comments could just drop, because we're just looking to August is going to be our kind of spin back around the block a little bit. Is there anything outside of cold storage wallets? And if it's cold storage wallets, you can put that in there. Is there anything anybody is struggling with that we can do something for you guys to kind of make it make sense? And guys, listen, if you want to come on and unmute, and I get a lot of people don't like to talk, but this is the time, guys. Don't sit in this by yourself. And sometimes the thing that you want to say, somebody else is thinking too. So somebody just has to and even if you're a veteran, if you could take it back to, you kind of see how we've evolved the learning with the Q&As and making them shorter and a little more concise. Just let us know if there's something else that we could be doing to simplify uh, that beginner foundation situation. Yeah, so the co-wallet situation is a little bit subjective. So we've always gone, and not any particular order, but you go to cold storage wallets, Champ broke down all the top ones. Ledger, no order, SafePal, Decent, um, and then there's a couple more, but I'm only going to stick with those three. Those are kind of the go-tos.
Yeah.
I always say I have all of them. I test and I keep amounts in each one, and that's for a reason. I don't want all my eggs in one basket. Right. So I like to just have options. Um, Knowing who the CEOs are of these companies is important. Right. I would go those three if I'm a beginner. Treasure, I'm hearing great things about that. When I get back to the States, I'm going to order one of those. And then
And
we got the EpiPal,
Tangent.
Tangent. What's the top tier ones?
You got the Ellie Pal
EpiPal.
Titan,
Yeah.
and then you've got the I'm drawing one blank. Give me 1 second.
And guys, everything on here is in the
Engrave.
part called cold storage wallet.
Yep. The engrave is the
And
highest. The engrave. That joint is expensive. It's well worth it, but it doesn't hold as many crypto projects as the other wallets, which is why the other ones are more beneficial for everybody when you're dealing in mass. Now, the people who have portfolios that warrant having that type of cold storage wallet that has premium security levels and all that, that's a go-to, but it should be an option. Everybody should have, the decents and the, safe pals and all that stuff. It's just easier to use, more convenient. Boom, you could use it and not have to worry about can your crypto project be stored on it. It stores a lot of crypto projects.
somebody in here put Sonia, if you can drop those three in there, decent. But again, guys, this is for you guys to go to the course. It's broken down. It's a lesson, so it's super easy.
Yep.
Because even if we told you it, I'd still want you to take the course and listen to the breakdowns of what Champ gave you. Moving from Coinbase to a cold storage wallet. So this is exactly what we're going to do in the live class that we're about to have. Is we're going to show you the three wallets that I named: Decent, SafePal, and Ledger. And then we're gonna pick probably 2 or 3 exchanges: Coinbase, Uphold, and possibly Crypto.com.
Crypto.com. Yep.
Right. And then from there, we're gonna kind of break down the wallets, some good, some bad, and then we're going to go to the exchanges and we're going to show you how to find your asset and send it right to a receiving address on your wallet. All right. And guys, it shouldn't matter what exchange you're on. The process of sending and receiving is just that. You pick up a phone, you're dialing out. If the phone rings, somebody's sending something in, you're picking it up. It's just debits and credits, guys. It's two-way communication.
Yep.
Don't overcomplicate it. If Champ needs 10 XRP, I'm sending Champ 10 XRP to his receiving wallet address. Champ had to go in and give me his wallet address. If you're operating on an exchange, the protocol is a little bit different. If Champ needs me to send XRP to his Coinbase account, he has to give me a memo.
Yep.
So not only does he have to give me his receiving address on Coinbase, but it's also going to come with a memo. If I don't put that memo in, it will not get there. I don't know if that's still happening. That'd be dumb if it was. But whatever. I'm noticing on cold storage wallets, Champ, it's generating new wallet addresses. Every time you put something in, you're sending something over.
Mm-hmm.
They're updating a lot of their security parameters. I also noticed that Bitcoin, because in building that app that we were working on, it won't show any value. And then when I got to the crust of it, it was showing that there's a safety mechanism that's built into all cold storage wallets now, but Ledger is what I'm learning it from, where it won't show your Bitcoin wallet balance,
Which is good. It has the
defaulted to zero.
stars. Yeah, I like that.
That's big too, guys, right? Because you got to understand, to see everybody. Imagine being able to see everybody's bank account.
Yep.
It's a matter of time before they piece it together.
Yeah, that's a toggle. That's a toggle on and off feature that they added a little while back, but they didn't really make notice of it. Well, make mention of it like that. I did see that.
So I'm guessing for that course, we're gonna give. And if you already have it, I'm just throwing in the bonus, but you'll get the security bonus with that one, and then you'll get the new course. But then we'll go into, in the security bonus, we'll go into the 25th word. So that's something new that's in the protocols too, is all of them, basically all of them, they're letting you add a 25th word that doesn't even have to be a word. It could be a combination of letters, numbers, symbols. That's going to be the most important part, because right now, guys, I'll be honest with you, as more and more people get on these cold storage wallets, is Money Mike in here? If he is, Money Mike, let us know what the total word count is in the comments for what they're using for these seed phrases. I think it's 2,000 something. It's not a lot of words, guys, when you think about it.
2048.
2048. Okay. That's the total amount of words. So eventually there's going to be combinations that are very identical and might be one word off. And this is how a lot of security breaches are happening. I would rather a cold storage wallet to say, you know what, when I lose, if I ever lost and I need to recover from the keys, there should be one more way to authenticate myself through either a phone number, an email, something, right? We should be able to that's the layer I don't like. Like if I lost my seed phrase right now and somebody found it, yeah, they could recover it. They might not know which assets I have, but what would you do? What would be the first asset you would do if you found a seed phrase, Champ? To download.
Restore from buy a brand new cold storage wallet, restore from backup, and now I got
No, what I'm saying is you found a seed phrase on the floor and then you went home and you wanted to like recover it.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the first asset you would say, maybe this person might have this?
Bitcoin. Just generalize. Bitcoin.
Yeah, just generalize. And then after that would be what?
ETH.
And then after that would be what?
XRP.
See where I'm going, guys? So the seed phrase doesn't tell you what the person has, right? But the seed phrase does open up to what the person may have.
Facts.
So even if you had to recover from your seed phrase, you better have what you have, right? Because if you forget Pepe, then it doesn't come back on automatically. That's the thing. Seed phrases after recovery, they don't come back on automatically. You have to put the assets and then they come on.
Yep.
So this is why I'm stressing the security thing, guys. We got to get the security down before November. Once the banks come in and the rules and regulations come, this is when they're going to start to cook. Because part of the digital sovereignty is understanding how to keep yourself protected at the end of the day. How do you have wallets that aren't attached to your name? Did you buy cryptocurrency from a cold storage wallet thinking it was convenient? Because if you did, throw it out, start over. Send it back to the exchange, get a new cold storage wallet, and send it back.
Yep.
Do not use these cold storage wallets for those type of transactions. This is where a lot of the security breaches are happening in these bridges and these backdoors that are created. I just need the wallet to be as cold as possible. Yep. My exchange is my exchange. That shit is hot. I'll deal with it in a moment. But if I make my wallet, my cold wallet, and I mix it with some hot transactions, and I got some DeFi protocols, and I got some swaps and all that shit going on, I don't want to do that. That's when you open yourself up to vulnerabilities. So this particular course, this one-day course that's coming out, and you'll have access to it. It'll be in course format, even if you didn't get on the live. You'll have clarity behind a lot of things. And this is going to be the last time I'm addressing this situation. And at that point, guys, if you still can't figure out how to move it, just keep it there. That's all. But don't buy it for it to be a paperweight on your desk.
Yeah.
At least get your seed phrase set up. So yeah, we'll get into we'll talk about the 25th word, which is in the security protocol.
Yep.
Put a 1 in the chat if anybody has set up their 25th word. And put a 0 if you haven't. All right. So we got some people. All right, guys, we got some work to do. That's going to be the next one-day class. We got Joe, Bivens, Tyrone. We got a couple. We got Zach. Zach and his wife. What's up, people? I love when couples be on here, man.
Zach and Natalia, yeah.
That warms my heart, man.
So we got a couple hands. You want me to bring them up and just let them ask?
Yeah, you bring them up. Are you manning this chat to see what people are asking for?
Yeah, I already dropped them in the Telegram. Well, I didn't send it. I created the list. It's just
people to compile.
First person is going to be Joe. Joe, go ahead and unmute yourself. Talk to us.
Hey fellas, how y'all doing?
Peace.
I need a strategy because when the dam breaks or when things pop and say you got $1 million in your project and your wallet, what to do with all that money? Would you? I mean, even if it's in a cold storage wallet, that's a lot of money to be put in just a cold storage wallet. I mean, and then hope that it be safe. So is there strategies y'all got? I mean, other than having a lot of different cold wallets and try to break it down to smaller denominations, but then what to do with it? Like, I know you can probably eventually buy real estate, buy gold. I guess there's some plays, but do y'all kind of have some plays that you're automatically expecting to do once that dam break?
Absolutely.
I'm at right now.
Huh?
This is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's one of the plays. I like it.
It's just, listen, guys, and the reason I always bet on emerging markets in times like this is because in times like this is where new markets are born, and this is where old markets crumble, right? So if the dam is going to break and the dollar is already super strong in comparison to these other countries, and you're about to get into a whole emerging tech world that's going to create higher, faster vertical, right? Meaning we can get to cash a lot quicker. If this is the great wealth transfer, what do you think it would do in an emerging market?
Oh, my goodness. I see what you're saying. You have a lot of opportunities to start off from ground floor and put your money in different places waiting for it to grow.
I'm no longer interested in just doing business in America. Outside of this academy situation, and then that's it. I'll be honest, I'm not really looking to do anything else on American soil.
I see what you mean. It's
You have to
happening.
understand this too. When the dam breaks, remember, there's going to be a lot of people that don't have life rafts or any type of
Right,
anything to help them, right?
right.
So when there's opportunity, it's going to create a perfect storm. So that means there's going to be people that can't afford to hold on to what they have, right? So cash is king, guys. This is where you'll be able to buy stuff. Even looking at the Florida market right now, 5, 6, 7 years ago, uh, the Gulf, Sarasota, um, anywhere on the Gulf there in Florida, that area was hot. Now, foreclosures to the wazoo, right? These are second homes for people. So when things are getting tight, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna let go of the extra credit stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you got that whole area there, Naples. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of great places down there. So this happened back in 2008. Remember, 2008 created that waterfront in Florida. It exchanged hands, right? So we're about to go through the same crisis in real estate, not as severe because now they're buying it institutional. So we won't really see the ripple effects or the opportunities unless you know how to find them. But I can tell you, navigating international real estate is, especially with tokenization and all that stuff coming now, guys, you're gonna be able to like. That's the part that we're going to be teaching you guys is how to get involved in the tokenizing of assets. That's why I'm waiting for.
Are you planning on getting into like the real estate buying with crypto and this real assets, learning how to immediately go and start companies to actually be able to deliver those products to people who's newly coming into the market?
100%. Yeah, that's the next part of our implementation phase. Yep. Using
Yep.
technology to buy assets.
Okay.
And a lot of this stuff, just so you know, a lot of this stuff is already available. It's
Oh, is it? Is it?
for years. I can buy a Ferrari, I can buy a Lambo, I can buy a Bentley, I can buy a Honda. I can buy whatever I want right now already, just with crypto.
So we
There's
got companies I'm not aware of. I guess I got to do my homework.
Yeah, I mean, but there's the same companies that people solicit right now when you're paying
Uh-huh.
for cash. You
Uh-huh.
can simply ask them. Sometimes they don't even they're not forthcoming with it to tell you, like, yeah, we accept crypto. But if I walked into a watch reseller right now and
Mm-hmm.
buy, and this is 5, 6 years ago, I could literally say, hey, listen, I want to buy this watch. And I said, instead of cash, I want to use XRP or I want to use blah, blah, blah. And a lot of them were already forward thinkers. They were just like us. They're a business because at the end of the day, some people will hold it in the asset itself and let it grow and appreciate. And then some people would just cash out of it, but it's a way for them to secure cash to make the sale. So they were already doing this for years, but there's websites, there's platforms, everything that does this already.
Is that a decentralized purchase? Like, is that like taxable event, or is that kind of under the radar when you do transfer your funds to like a stable coin, or direct, like you said, XRP directly to them? Is that off the records, or is that or is that got to be noted and taxable and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
industry, yeah.
Great, gotcha.
Well, the industry right now they haven't even set the rules yet to tell you that each individual thing is a taxable event. Just to be clear, when you're doing a transaction, it's peer to peer, but it's on
Right.
the blockchain, so it's on the blockchain where everybody
Okay.
can see it. So I mean, it's not that it's a ghost type situation, but just looking at the blockchain, if you didn't KYC your wallet like we told you not to,
Mm-hmm.
nobody would know what's what because you're it's only just going to be an address sent to an address. Now,
Gotcha.
as the industry, advances and matures, they're going to start being able to connect wallets to exchanges to people because you have to
Mm,
KYC on an exchange. So things will change, but for the past, I want to say probably 8 to 10 years, I've seen people personally I know that have purchased properties,
mm,
cars, all kinds of things straight through crypto. They even had a site where you can purchase speedboats and yachts with
mm,
straight crypto. And this was probably 2000, probably 13, 14.
okay.
Yeah, so this is it's not new and it's not, it's just that a lot of people don't know about it yet. But you're,
Mm,
you're gonna start seeing these things, but the industry is growing. So like Steve said, they're just gonna make it because the thing that they're trying to do now, we're literally probably months, if not probably a year max away from mass adoption. And when I say like mass adoption, just on a scale where you start to see this whole industry just explode exponentially. And then more people are going to start coming in droves and droves and droves. So all of this stuff is already happening. The biggest thing that they're trying to do right now is make the industry so easy for you to be able to purchase, hold, or transact in crypto the same way you do now with sending a text message. That's been the plan for the longest. And starting November, things are really going to start happening.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to share. Let me share something with you guys.
Got you. Let me make sure share is on.
Yeah, you added it.
Got you.
We've been doing this for so long, bro. I'm like uncovering a bunch of shit we did. Yeah, let me give it to y'all. All right, here's the first thing here. This is a site called BitPay. All right, this will clear it up, guys. There's over two, and this is old. We gave this years ago. There's over 250 companies that accept cryptocurrency. And I told you guys before, I bought movie tickets off of here. Home Depot, IKEA, Travel, Adidas. Like, look at all of these companies right here. 1-800-Flower, Abercrombie and Fitch, like all of it. AMC, pay direct. This has been on. You can go to AMC right now. When you go to checkout, you'll see the crypto options there. When you go to Europe, it's even more integrated out there. Train tickets, food, Turkey. You know, people are buying coffee shops accepting XRP. Not that I would ever buy coffee with any bit of an XRP.
Right.
That's when you truly don't know what the value is when you keep thinking of it as your entry point. All right, so you know, you go right to AMC Direct. If I went to purchase a ticket, you could see this at checkout. All right, so all of these companies are currently accepting it. It's only a matter of time, guys. Now, right now, what the media is doing is they're conditioning everybody. That's the phase that they're in right now. So BitPay, I'll drop this. You guys save it. If you ever needed more reasons to why it's been here already. Trump just signed a bill that's going to allow 401ks to hold crypto now. See where this is going? It's the only thing that's going to help 401ks at this point now. And I told you, I called it. Vanguard and these guys, they're going to have digital 401ks moving forward. You're starting to see XRP just had that situation with Uphold. I think we covered that too on a post.
Yep.
Where now you can direct deposit your paychecks to Uphold, and you get what I think a 5% back in XRP.
4%. Yep.
4%. These are the type of things you guys should be doing right now. I don't have a direct deposit paycheck every week. But if I did, I'd go to Uphold with it. Uphold's a bank at the end of the day. They have a built-in vault that gives you seed phrase. I think y'all got to start messing around a little bit more on your own. But we're coming back around again. So you got BitPay. The other thing Champ and I did, we introduced this years ago. This is when the metaverse thing was rocking. Remember? Next Earth.
Next Earth. Yeah.
We'll do a talk on this. So guys, somebody created a whole map of the world, and you're able to put tiles over the stuff and buy NFTs of the most iconic places in the world. So I did my crib. Champ and I both own home plate at Citizens Ballpark, Citizens Bank. That's in Philly.
Yeah.
So we bought the home plate. Again, I don't know where this is going. It did go up in value. I don't know where this can go, but just imagine. And I've spoken to guys who are high level execs in sports and entertainment and things, And I talked about the effect that NFTs can have, right? So now when you have season ticket holders, as fast as you could transfer these tickets, right, into access almost immediately. So now instead of doing a traditional season ticket holder, you could have a fractional ownership of a seat, right? So now instead of Champ and I coming out of pocket, I don't know, 80 grand on some Atlanta Hawk tickets, you could literally, for that one seat, we could say, you know what, let's all go in together at four people. We'll buy up the whole thing. So we each have to put up 20K. And then we could divvy up our games or sell them or do whatever. That's a business that's going to be ran in itself when you guys know how to operate the situation. Autonomous vehicles, that's another one that we're looking into. That's going to be the new taxi cabs, and only people with money could afford to even have these vehicles, never mind deploying them for work. The Tesla taxi is one. There's a sign-up list for that. That's another one that we're going to, not that I care about Tesla. I'm giving you guys opportunities of what can happen when the dam breaks. And I can do this all day. There's
Straight up
hours in this call.
Well, you better start your own company by buying your own autonomous, or you think they're going to exclusively keep that to themselves? What do you think?
Listen, I'm always with building our own shit. It's just a matter of, if we don't even know what the hell the technology is, how the hell are we going to build something? We've never had a car company before, right? We don't own bus lines and things like that. This is why I talk about the infrastructure. So when the dam breaks,
that's great.
y'all fucking ready to build a new infrastructure and lock these dudes out?
Yeah.
This where that builder circle is definitely going to come into play.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is it.
Yeah, I'm over invest. Like, if y'all don't already know me, I don't really invest in other people's things. I've always just been betting on myself, and I live a modest life, and I'm totally happy that I'm able to just do whatever I want. And I'm talking about modest. Mm-hmm. And I'm scaling back more, even when the dam breaks. The signs will be different. They won't be like noticeably. You would have to know me to know.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I ain't gonna say everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'll like I said, I'm opening up more. I'm opening up things here in Colombia. Those are going to be opportunities. I'm looking to tokenize everything at this point. Everything done through smart contract. Everything on the just more transparent. That's the future of these verticals. And even Champ and I pivoting on the academy side, moving off of fiat, getting paid in stable coin. Like we're working on that infrastructure now of integrating that stuff in. All right, so strategy session on that, which we kind of talk about that in the 1%.
Yeah. Zach and Natai, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Let you tell.
Hello. Do you have to start?
Yeah, she unmuted us.
Okay. Hi guys. Just first I want to say that I have so enjoyed being a part of this group and this community. You guys have such beautiful spirits, and what you're doing is amazing. I'm really honored to be a part of it. My question goes to XTC. We were trying to put that on a Ledger cold storage wallet, and we were having hard time buying it because we couldn't find it on a cold Coinbase category. We were looking everywhere, we couldn't find it.
So it doesn't matter what coin it is. This is why it's super important, and this is a lesson for everybody. So it doesn't matter what project it is. If you're looking for a project, the tool is CoinMarketCap, and this is also in your beginners courses. This is why we always say, make sure you guys stay locked into those beginners courses, get through them, and then always double back to them. They're yours. You guys have access to the platform. So basically, you go on CoinMarketCap, you go to type in, is a search bar, type in whatever project it is you're looking for, and hit markets. When you hit markets, it'll tell you everywhere that coin is available and what coin pair is available with it for you guys to buy it with. So it doesn't matter what coin it is. And if you can't find it on CoinMarketCap, which is super rare, that just means it's either a brand new coin or it got delisted or whatever. You could go to CoinGecko, which is also one of the references that we gave as well.
No, we haven't.
We can see
We
it.
saw it on CoinGecko, but Okay.
So just moving it onto the ledger was one of the issues that we had, right? Because I was trying to move it all. We purchased it. I was able to purchase XDC, but I was having a hard time moving it on my ledger Nano S. And I don't know if it's because I have that particular ledger or what the issue is, but I couldn't find the network to put it on. And maybe that's something that'll be covered in the cold storage thing that you're about to do that we missed. But that's kind of one of our questions.
To put it on the wallet, you have to find it, and we can find it.
Or the network.
Where's my I have XDC on decent.
Is
wallet.
we have-
It's on decent. Yeah, it's on decent.
Right. So which I thought, yeah, that's why you guys just said that now. And I was like, that's probably the issue. It's not able to get put on Ledger. We need to get a different wallet
Yeah,
for that.
not every wallet is going to hold every project. And then
Right.
then there's some third-party integrations. I don't like those. So Ledger doesn't, you can't put your H bar directly on Ledger. You have to use a
I had that problem. Hash pack.
hashpack.
Yeah, I did it, and it was a fucking pain to do it.
You should definitely not do that. Yeah.
I wouldn't. We always said don't do it. Because
Okay.
when you have a third party in, it's just it's another and something with Hedera with that hashpack. I'm not really feeling like that.
Yeah.
So this
So
is
we
why
just have
say
to go. We have to go to a different wallet, so we don't have
decent
to
wallet. Yeah, get at least 2 wallets. If I was to have
Okay.
2 wallets right now, I would have a Ledger and I'd have a decent, and that pretty much covers me. Then there's going to
Okay.
be projects that it won't be on any one of them. You just got to keep
Right.
it on protocol.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Until they form that partnership or that protocol deals with that particular cold storage wallet, and then they allow it. That's what we're talking about when it comes to like your cold storage wallets. Like that engrave, it's nothing more secure than the engrave. But the engrave doesn't allow you to hold all the projects. Like a ledger will allow you to hold, I think it's 10,000 or 15,000 cryptocurrency projects. Like there's a way, but one thing we always want you to stay away from is that third party piece that you guys were going through with HBAR. Because some projects have that. And then the second part is, again, they don't have direct integration with the crypto project. So you can't store it on there. You have to use a third party. And we don't recommend that because then you don't know what that third party's security checklist looks like. We don't know that, so we can't trust it. So we can't advise it. You know what I mean? You just have to find a safer alternative or a different alternative that can store it.
Okay, another question about in that vein is we have the HBAR now on the wallet with the hash. Should we take it off? Move it
I mean,
back
I honestly recommend, like Steve mentioned earlier in the call, like once you have something on there, you had to integrate that.
So
That's
just move it to
party.
should I just move it to a decent wallet then?
Yeah,
Yes.
but even all of the other stuff that you got on that wallet,
Uh-huh.
buy a whole nother wallet and get all of that stuff off of there. Because now
Oh.
you don't know what vulnerability or backdoor you given access to that third party. This is why
Right.
we don't use those third parties.
Say less.
You got it.
You could restore back to its normal form and you'll get a whole new seed phrase and everything too. So use that as a
Yeah.
backup wallet. You can't have enough wallets. So if let's say if I had Pepe, 10,000 Pepe and Pepe was like my thing, I wouldn't put 10,000 on one wallet. I'll take 3,000, I put it on Ledger. I'll take another 3,000, I'll put it on another Ledger. I'll take another 2,000, I'll put it on a decent. Then I'll take the last 1,000 and put it on the SafePal.
Okay.
I'm just playing the game. I don't know any of these companies. So if somebody was to go under, remember, here's the key, guys. Because they use the same seed phrase technology, so 24, 36, 12, which I wouldn't tell you guys to do at 12. But if Ledger went out of business, you could take that same recovery and you can go to a decent wallet and recover all your assets on there.
Okay.
If SafePal ever went out of business, you can take that seed phrase. The seed phrases are movable. You're not married to Ledger because they gave you that.
Okay.
A seed phrase could be restored to any other wallet that uses the same kind of word count, right? So if it's 24, it's 24. If it's 36, it's 36. If it's 12, it's 12.
And so what's this 25th word that you're talking about? Is it a different ledger on a particular
No,
ledger?
it's being integrated into everything. So what they did was, because there's only over 2,000 words, eventually these words, people could find them, especially through quantum computing.
Why is there only 2,000? Okay, I get what you're saying. There's
Exactly.
only 2,000 words.
2081. I didn't make that up. Whoever did it. It's just dumb. right? Because
Dumb. There's plenty of words.
plenty of words. So the 25th word doesn't even have to be a word, right?
Right.
So that can mess up the whole situation for somebody at that point now. So I would tell you guys the first thing to do is set up 25th words on any device.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yep. Everybody.
Trust me, we've had people recovering that lost 1 or 2 words, and in their recovery, we gave them some technology and stuff, and that's not even like that's just shit we found on the internet. And they
I was on the
were, huh?
I was on the call. I remember that. He was like,
You remember that? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I was helping my man out, a student, but then on the flip side of it, I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is dumb. So with quantum computing and with just where we at in technology, guys, all this stuff is going to be cracked soon. All of it. That's why I'm more on moving to the vanguards and these guys when they have their DeFi protocol, even the Trump family. Like, I just need security. I need insurance.
Right. As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Yeah. Right now, we're just a little out here.
And I mean, you called it. It is coming because right now they don't have insurance for cryptocurrency, but it's coming because now it's become a institutional product. You know what I mean? It's meant for custody now. So now you're going to have to insure crypto assets. So it's coming.
Yeah, guys, it just seems like the cold storage that's the part that we have to get down. We have to understand how this stuff works. I mean, you have to understand the assets that you hold too. But Champ, let me just show you this real quick. I wanted to share this. This is the next Earth situation, and you can just grab it. So this is the one of the spots that Champ and I have, Citizens Bank Park, home plate. This is the value of it now. Bro, we only paid a couple dollars for this
Couple
thing.
bucks. Yeah, yeah.
So we're up over 60,000%. You know, there's people that have like the Brooklyn Bridge, the London Bridge. I mean, you name it. All the biggest. It was taken back then. So I know if millions of people come on this joint, they only gonna run the score up.
Facts. And it's like, yo, listen, this is the other side to RWA. So Joe asks, like, what would you do when the bag hits, when the floodgates open? Like, he's just giving you a super gem. These are NFTs. What people don't realize is the same thing that you're about to have when it comes to tokenization is essentially an NFT. It's going to be a digitized token of value that's going to allow you to have ownership of whatever asset it is that's tied to it. And people will be able to transact it. So no middlemen needed, no none of that stuff. It's no middle brokers, no paperwork. It's all smart contracts and an address. You do this and this, your part is done. Transaction done, complete. The whole game is about to get flipped. This is next level stuff right here.
And this is like years ago.
Years ago, bro. That's wild. I actually forgot about those pieces.
I know that they're there, but again, I don't have them on cold storage wallet, so I got a whole NFT bag that's just like we showed people how to get domains. I got a ton of those things. Unstoppable domain.
Yeah. ENS, all that. Yeah. Digital real estate.
So I bought a bunch of like .coms, and guys, if you go back to like Tesla.com, they bought it for however tens of millions of dollars. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So we jumped on that early with the academy. Yeah, we may have to come back out on this one again, Champ.
Yeah, that's a gem right there.
Unstoppable domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm logging into it now, so you guys.
I think a lot of that stuff is actually, now in this time frame, we were so early that now you're gonna start to see a lot of these things return, but the returns for the people who had first movers advantage are gonna be out of this world. Like that, I firmly believe. Because now everything is starting to become RWAs, real world assets. So now as people start to see it, they're gonna be like, the thought is there. It's like the alley-oop, it's like the perfect alley-oop for this. It's like if I can buy something digitally, if somebody else can own it or own the actual property, but I own the digital property of it, shit, they might be a potential customer because they own the property. They may want to buy it from me. Now they're willing to pay you for whatever else, or they got to put in a bid depending on what platform you're using. That's it. That's the game right there.
Yeah.
Scan. Man, it starts storming crazy out here.
What else we got on there?
Let me see. So we still got a couple hands up. Want to learn about NFTs.
And this is what we, what we just showed you is an NFT.
Installable domains, yes. Got a few. Let me make sure I got everybody. Did you drop link for them for Unstoppable, or you want to just put it out in a you want to kind of double back for that and do like a course on that or something?
No, I'll drop a link. I think there's a referral. No, I don't know if there's a referral. Yeah, I don't see a referral. I ain't stressing. They got Next Earth.
Yeah, Sonia dropped that. Appreciate you, Sonia.
Yeah, so Unstoppable Domain, I have a bunch of domains. Real estate loan.crypto, self-storage.crypto, Mexican resorts.crypto, investment.crypto, hip hop culture NFT.crypto, healthcare providers. I'm just trying to catch a lick, guys. That's all. You can go on Unstoppable Domain and see what's happening. You can also sell these domains. People send you offers. Yep, people send offers.
That's it.
Uh,
Just .io, cuz. And then Unstoppable Domains is a .com.
yeah. Yeah, get your names, your personal names, if you guys have identities or brands.
Yep.
These are good. They have some new extensions now. They have .x, .fun, .xyz, .io, .wallet, .eth.
Yeah. I heard they had a they started to do the .xrps too.
Oh, okay. It's not on here yet.
That's dope. And I think they had their own. It was just like the ENS, but now they just started doing it on the XRP side. I'm like,
Might be. There's a lot here. Let me check. There's a whole Web3 situation here.
then it said, "Who bought the cop?" OnlyFans.crypto. Shit, it's a off to the races.
Let me see if it's there.
Somebody better get it. Yep, Sean, you on point. It was cheap, like $1 to $5. Yep.
OnlyFans.eth. Taken, protected. OnlyFans.u. Now OnlyFans.crypto is taken, is protected.
Yeah, somebody got it.
They got keywords, guys. This is coming out. Remember when I told you, you remember how the Google pay-per-click used to be for a particular word? And Google used to make that money. It's about to move decentralized now. Now you could own certain words, certain search parameters. I'm telling you, man, we just a couple moves away from like, yo, how the hell did he invent the zipper? Who's that guy?
Word. Well, that's
I-
real.
I'm excited about this one. So September, we're going to start to have those talks. Guys, what I don't want is a lot of newbies flustered. So just get the work done. All you got to do is get through 1 through 9. Some of the member only calls when we put them out and we say that this is for an advanced person. That's for a person that already knows how to purchase. That's for a person who already has their cold storage wallet set up. That's for somebody that knows how to send and receive, that has a good understanding of what cryptocurrency is foundationally. Not that you can't get on the call, but we're just not going to double back to be like, well, oh, how do I buy ETH? It's like, nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, I better act fast on this stuff too. A lot of this stuff is gone. We did this 3 years ago. So, thinking of that website is like, there ain't too much out there. Did they get the BitPay?
Yep.
And listen, guys, do a transaction in crypto. If anybody's going to see a movie, grab a little crypto and just pay for it. Like transact in crypto.
Straight up.
Shit you up anyway. Just not XRP though.
Please no. Hold on to that joint for dear life.
Yeah, not for a movie ticket.
Definitely.
You can get Bitcoin. I mean, if you got a little ETH or something like that, I'll trash that out. I'm not taking anything away from those projects. I'm just telling you what I would do.
So wasn't I just telling y'all probably, I want to say like a week or two ago, I just said, if you were looking for something to invest in, Steve made a joke of it, right? When he got on the call, but I said, ETH is underpriced, it's suppressed, and it hasn't moved yet like Bitcoin moved. Look at where we at right now. We just
shot through the roof.
Shot through the roof. When I called it, I think it was at like 32 or something like that. It's at 4,500. I just called it.
Wait, what just happened?
It's underpriced. I was telling everybody this. So basically, when Bitcoin moves, you have to look at how ETH moves. So when you looked at the chart over the granted amount of time, it didn't move at all. It was like literally trading sideways. So the whole time I knew that they were doing this on purpose. They suppressed it because they had you remember they had the Bitcoin ETFs that passed. That joint went crazy. They had the ETH ETFs, but if you notice, they didn't promote the ETH ETFs like they did with Bitcoin. I looked at the chart and how it was trending. That joint just kept moving sideways. I called it. I said, listen, it's going to come a point where ETH is going to run up. I don't like the project, but it's going to run. Not even 14 days later, that joint ran up.
I'm supposed to be an ETH like multi-millionaire right now.
For sure. All that ETH you have, for sure. And you save XRP, but that's why I said your gratification is super delayed.
That's bullshit, bro. I need that now.
Word. That joint is super delayed, which is whack, but that joint is coming. That joint whack.
Damn. Wow.
Yo, man, hey, y'all get off my neck, man. Get off my neck in the comments. Everybody was like, yo, I told them before we started the call, like we wasn't gonna be here late tonight. But I was like, yo, I don't got no control over. When Steve get on the call, I got no control over, because if he rolling, we rolling. Like we just gonna be rocking.
Oh no, we can shut it down.
Yeah, nah, we good.
This ain't that important. Damn, we have $4 trillion right now in the market cap.
Yeah, nah, this the first time we surpassed the 4 trillion. So right now it's at, I think, 4.02, I think, something like that.
Yo, listen, come November, I'm calling it, man. I'm gonna put it on record. 15 trillion market cap. Total.
I can easily see it. 401ks, that was the access to 90 million customers.
Who won't even, what the fuck? Because they don't even manage it.
And that's the thing. So now that you got the 401ks able to get into non-traditional assets, think about that. Where do you think they're going to move to? They moving that shit over here. You only getting 3%, 4% in other markets. You coming over here, you getting 30%, 70%. Like, I can pull up a random project and that joint is up 70%, 60%, 100% over the last year. Like, They could have shot, the people who's governing people's investment accounts, these venture capitalists, these guys are gonna start looking like geniuses, especially when this market about to take off. The numbers came in lower, so the interest rates, we're about to get a rate cut. We definitely
pretty much.
definitely about to get a rate cut. They getting Power up out of there. And another lady, I forgot her name. She just resigned. She was on the board. She just resigned. So they got a temporary liaison that's filling in for her. And he pro-Trump. So they're literally about to cut these rates. Shit about to get real. There's about to be some money flowing in here.
You think so?
For sure. For sure. We're gonna get a black swan at some point. It's gonna get nasty. I think when that Japanese when that trade unwind, yeah, we gonna feel a little bit of pain. But I think at that point, it's what you got is what you got. And then that's when people are gonna start getting priced out.
The next call, I'm going to give you guys some gift cards. We did that last time on Next Earth a couple of years ago. We gave out some gift cards for you guys to purchase land. So we're gonna do some random giveaways on one of our next members only calls.
Gift cards.
Yeah, write that down. I'll give us some gift cards. Yeah, guys, this is part of the preparing yourself for understanding all that crypto is going to offer. And even if these things don't pop, this is going to be the future. Like somebody's going to be the leader in every one of the sectors that we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is just collectibles, guys. You ask yourself, like, why would anybody want to do that? It's like, why would anybody want to own a comic book or a baseball card or a rookie card? Like, this is just the digital age of how collectibles and all things are going to move. Just digital value. Now, listen, if you got a big crypto bag and you can't like expand on it, or you think that selling it into fiat and then buying something with cash is going to be the play, like you're missing the whole point of this whole thing.
Facts.
Yeah, research unstoppable domains. This is the homework. Research Next Earth. That's homework also. Both of those are NFTs, guys. Owning a domain is an NFT. Owning a piece of unstoppable, Next Earth, that's also NFT. So I want you guys to research what those projects are, what they do, see the benefits. If anybody looked at what the .coms were going for back in the day, that's why we jumped on it so early. I was looking at some, like, people were paying 10 million, 20, 30 million, 60 million. This was way back.
Straight up. Brooklyn Bridge, the pyramids, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we was looking at all of that.
But even the domains, these things go for a lot of money. So, just looking at the Web3 extensions, looking at all things early, they did add a lot more. It's a little wacky now. It's a lot wacky now. But it's cool. Yeah, so we'll get into NFTs with you guys in September. We'll get into tokenization. We're going to start to actually utilize projects. Formless is one of the first tokenizing music and having ownership in it. I'm already up on that Talib Kweli song that I got into. I actually bought the last spot from it. There's a soundtrack that's coming to Formless that I'm putting together. I didn't do the soundtrack. I'm just putting the two guys together. One is a famous producer, not producer so much, label owner from back in the days. And he has a soundtrack to a movie that he's going to put on Formless. So because I have a little bit of information, I'm going to let you guys know when that drops so you guys can kind of move on that first. So it just kind of pays on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's with Murder Inc. I'm letting y'all know that. The label it's not under Murder Inc. label, but the person is for Murder Inc. That should be an easy one because there's only really like one left.
Yeah, facts. You want to clip this and then we'll just take, I guess, whatever questions is left and call it.
Yeah, let's clip it. So did anything else come out of it outside of like cold storage and just that? Live?
Nah, just that batch of stuff that I sent. So I actually sent it. So it's complete, nothing else. If y'all got any other suggestions, make sure you drop them. But that's for right now. That's it.
All right, auto trader, yeah, cold storage, stock exchange strategy on what to do when the money is. Yeah, well, yeah, we got it. We got y'all. I'm tracking. Yeah, you can clip it, and then we can get into these Q&As. I gotta look for some food.
Gotcha.
Family just landed in Georgia, actually.
Bet. Okay. Nice. Glad they touched down safe and sound.
Shit, I'm tracking the flight and all that, man. Technology is crazy.
It's dope, man. That shit is good, but that's good though, because think about it. It's like, yo, what if somebody's phone died and you had your kid on the flight? You need to be able to check it and see it. That's real. But that could be another lane right there. You know what I mean? Shit, you can already buy crypto with you can already buy plane tickets with crypto. Shit, you might be able to incentivize these little programs or whatever and come up with different verticals through crypto.
Listen, even that deep end, the weather antenna that we were talking about for deep end, that's big because the government just they just dropped the situation where they're not going to give emergency warnings.
Yep. Wow. So
Ask
now it's
yourself,
up to the people. That's
how,
wild.
how wild would that be? I mean, that's where they're getting all their data from anyway. Even the flight trackers, that's not owned by TSA.
Mm-mm.
That's private individuals. So you could even track flights and earn crypto through that. So
Wow.
we did mobile years ago.
Years ago.
We have the ability to we have the tracking for airlines and we have the tracking for weather. So we're about to open the deep end back up again, and we gave those. A couple of our students moved on the weather one.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
no, Rocket might have moved on something.
He on the call now too. I think he probably was one of the one. But let me take us out and then we'll go ahead and we'll fill the rest of the questions so Steve can go get some food and I can do the same. Guys, that is going to conclude our August 12th members only live call. Listen, Steve, thank you so much. Before I formally wrap this, I just want to say thank you for getting on with us tonight. You know what I mean? I know today was a important day for you, but keep staying the course, man. This is a message from me to you, man. I just want this to live. It's a message from Champ to Steve. Proud of you. Keep hustling. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. This shit is bigger than you and ain't nothing bigger than the program, baby. Chest out, chin low, keep pushing, man. Let's rock. We got things to do, bro. Stay the course. Let's go. All right. And for all y'all out there, y'all got y'all homework, y'all got y'all marching orders. The industry is going to continue to evolve, it's going to continue to grow. So you guys are in the right place. You just got to get through the necessary. Finish all of those beginners courses for all of our newbies and welcome to Skyton Academy. And you guys all have one mission. Bring at least one person into the academy. Let's get it. Let's keep rocking. It's only $1 for their first month. It's no excuses. It's game time. All right. Because when the levy breaks, everybody's going to have their hand out. So just preparing you for what's to come. All right. Greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all can stay on.